Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. Today we shall discuss some elite choices for the Horus Heresy Legion's army list. These are the Contemptor Dreadnoughts, the Contemptor Mortis Dreadnoughts, the Veteran Tacticals and the Terminators. We are only doing the few of them because I don't want to make another very long video, so I'm going to do this in multiple parts. So it's easier to watch the videos. So, today, the first thing we talk about, like you see here on the screen, which represents most Contemptors, the beautiful Alpha Legion Contemptor Dreadnought, and also this is the normal Contemptor Dreadnought. These are custodians. Okay. The Contemptor Dreadnought is a versatile weapon for the legions, as he can fill multiple roles. For example, he can have a fist and a shooting weapon, or he can have two fists or two shooting weapons, even though he's no Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought. But he doesn't get the benefits from the Contemptor Mortis, so if you're having a Dreadnought Talon and you're not fighting flyers, you can also take normal Contemptors with two shooting guns. But if you're not sure if your enemy brings flyers or not, maybe you could bring a Mortis. The difference with the Mortis is that he isn't in a Talon, so he's just a single model, while the Contemptor can be in a Talon and up to three Contemptor Dreadnoughts, so keep that in mind. The Contemptor Dreadnought is base 175 points, which is alright, because he has a front armor of 13, side armor of 12, and a back armor of 10. But he also has a invul save of 6 up against shooting, or 5 up against shooting and 6 up in melee. So that's good. So your Contemptor is a little bit tanky. You shouldn't really let him fight monstrous creatures with loads of attacks, but otherwise he's a very good model. Like, the Contemptor is very good. It's a good choice. Every Astartes should basically have at least one. Every Astartes Legion. They are cool. They are versatile. Most of them look lovely. The Alpha Legion one is, in my opinion, even though it's busy, one of the better ones. I have two Iron Warriors Contemptors myself. I would say if you want to outfit an Contemptor Dreadnought, as I said before, give him either one Chain Fist, one Power Fist, so he gets an extra attack and turns into a blender, where he can destroy whole squads, or give him two Keris Assault Cannons, because Keris Assault Cannons are underrated. They are just strength 6 and AP 4, but they both have 4 shots, hit at 2s, and on 6 ups they rent. So what that means is they go to AP1 on 6s, and if you're shooting at vehicles, you get D3 more armor penetration. So you can go up to 15 with 12 shots, rolling a 6. Most of the times you're hitting 10 shots. So with 10 dice, rolling 1 6, and then being lucky again, you can hull point a Land Raider or even penetrate it to death. Or a Spartan if it doesn't have flare shields, but that doesn't happen all too often, so it's a good, versatile weapon. But if you like anything else, you can obviously take las cannons, you can take Volkites. If you want to destroy big squads, you can just give him 2 Volkite Culverins. That shall work too. That is the base Contemptor, by the way. from Fort World, not the GW one. If you have a GW one, it's alright, but the GW one's incredibly ugly. It looks like this one on the screen, but it's like its pose is very bad. The Contemptors from Fort World, the resin ones, are very, very nice and customizable. And now we shall talk about tactical veteran squads. Veteran squads are amazing in the RC. So they're Space Marine squads, but more, veteran squads, so they have more experience, but they are different than veterans from 40k. So with your 40k veteran squads, you either have the Vanguard veterans or you have the Stern Guard. Well, the veterans in Heresy can do both. They can't have jump packs for some reason. I hope they will add some rules for jump packs, because that would be cool. But at the moment, 2020, veterans can't have jump packs or jet bikes or something like that. I wish they could, but they can't. I'm showing you the Mark V Space Marines because it's one of the best armor sets in the Heresy, or one of the best armor sets they sell. They are expensive, I know, but if you want to make a veteran squad, might as well use these. Or normal GW Mark IV, Mark III, like I already showed you. But the veteran squads for the Heresy are a little bit different in the fact that you get to choose their rules. So, for example, first of all, they can all take a combi weapon for 10 points. They can exchange their bolt pistols for Volkite Serpentas. I've never done that, but it's a good thing. They can also get Melter Bombs, Legion Vexilias, and so on. They can get special weapons for every 5 members. So they are like the tactical squads of 40k. But they have different veteran tactics, like Machine Killers, which give them tank hunters, or resolve. Stalkers give them all outflank. Resolve, let me look it up a second. Resolve gives them stubborn. Xenobane makes them good against monstrous creatures, so if you wanna face demons, that's a good thing. Stalkers gives them the scout special rule. Machine Killers, I made a mistake. It gives them 1 on their armor penetration rolls, which is also a good thing. So if you're chugging a melter bomb onto something, you're getting +1 on your result. Or crack grenades, because they all come with crack grenades. Weapon Masters gives them +1 weapon skill, which is a good thing, because they can all have power weapons, so you can basically make them a melee squad. It's not effective that way, but it's incredibly cool. I have my own veteran squad with different power weapons and combi melters and flamers. They are my trench runners for my Iron Warriors. So the idea is that they go through the trenches when they charge at the trenches, actually, and burn them out or destroy bunkers. That's my idea. So you can always make a fluffy thing for make a good fluff behind your veterans. So basically, what I forgot is that the veterans are 100 points. So for 5, so 10 of them would be 160 points base, which is way more expensive than the tactical squad, but you also have to keep in mind that they come with the melee weapons equipped, so they already have combat blades or chain swords. They get one special rule, which is also a good thing. And they have an extra attack, so the more expensive points are legitimized. So now that's enough for the veterans, because we talked about them quite a lot, because I like the units. These are the combi weapons from Forge World, so you can buy this kit. Or if you have loads of Mark IV kits, they come with combi weapons, you can give them the combi weapons in that kit. But basically, that's where you could get a set of combi weapons. Now on to Legion Terminators. So, Legion Terminators are quite underrated. A lot of people don't really like them or use them. They rather use the Fire Drakes or whatever Terminator unit they have themselves. But the Legion Terminators are not to be underrated, I think. Because they just have weapon skill of 5, but you can have them in multiple layouts. So, for example, for some legions, the Legion Terminators are just very good. They are even better than their own Legion Terminators. For example, the Emperor's Children Phoenix Terminators are suffering a lot, because when they get charged, they get destroyed. If they charge, it's alright. They do fine. Because the Phoenix Spear is a bad weapon, but that's not the topic of today. So basically, your Legion Terminator squad is your jack of all trade Terminators. You can build them like you wanna. You can build them like the task you envision them to do. For example, these Terminators, the Tartarus ones, if you ask me, well, the squad is 175 points, just like the Contemptor Dreadnought. The Tartarus squad, if you ask me, are the better melee Terminators if you want to kill chaff, because they can actually sweeping advance, and they can actually give Overwatch, which Cataphracti can't. Cataphracti cannot give Overwatch or sweeping advance, but they have a 4-up invul save, while the Tartarus ones have just a 5-up, which is also good, but it's not as good as 4-up. So basically, if you ask me, I would do the Tartarus squad as a chaff remover, everything that's not AP2, and I would give them Power Claws, sit them in a Land Raider, assault big blobs of tacticals, and see them mow them down. Because if you give them two Power Claws, like here, this beautiful Thousand Suns Tartarus Terminator. GW doesn't paint them metallic for some reason, but you can, with 5 people, you have on the charge 20 attacks with AP2 shred power, AP3 shred power weapons, so they will destroy Space Marine squads. If you are looking for more tank or survivability to protect your characters from dreadnoughts, for example, I would go with the Cataphracti. The Cataphracti have a better invul save. They can't run, but they're generally a little more tanky. So if you want to protect your character and do not care as much about sweeping advance and more about the protection, you should definitely get the Cataphracti Terminators. What's sad with the GW Terminators is that they only come with Power Fists, But the well, basically what I wanted to say is they come only with power fists or power claws and combi bolters. But in Forge World, you can actually find power weapons for them. I think you can find them only for Cataphracti Terminators for some reason. They haven't done that for the Tartarus Terminators for some reasons. I'm taking a look here, for example, the Sons of Horus weapons, but they are for just Terran Terminators, they are not for your plastic Cataphracti. Yeah, this is what I mean. This one also doesn't fit your Terminators. The one I'm hovering over. This is for the old Resin Terminators kit, which has been removed by Last Chance to Buy. So I don't know why it is still there. I guess it's for the Legion Terminators that are older kits. And then you have the Power Axis for the Cataphracti. And these Legion Tartarus Terminator power weapons also do not fit your normal Tartarus Terminators because you don't have the open hands in the kit for the Tartarus Terminators, so I don't know why they didn't release a kit for it. I really don't. If you're playing Imperial Fists or Blood Angels in that fact, your Cataphracti Terminators or whatever Terminator can get the Eliastus assault pattern. Assault cannon, so that's a good thing. Well, basically I've been rambling along a lot today, and I'm just, yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. This is the video about the 3 elite choices of Terminators, Veteran Tacticals, and Contemptor Dreadnoughts. Okay, it's 4 choices because I also talked about the Mortis, but basically, this is where you're at in the elites. For the first part, the second part will be released in a week or maybe 5 days or something. Please, if you like the video, like it, comment, and share. There's also links for you in the video description for the Discord and my Instagram account. I wish you all well. Stay healthy. See you.